Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be continuing on with part 2 of creating a elemental themed solar system. So if you haven't seen last episode, definitely go ahead and check that one out first. But we created this new system just using the sun as our base star, and then we have created an object for each of the elements. So we've had a world representing fire, one representing the earth, the dirt, one representing air and wind, with this crazy cloud stuff going on. I think someone asked about this. These clouds are modded, so someone's gone into the game fast to change those. And then lastly, we had one for water. So we've got the 4 sort of core elements now, but there's also a bunch of sub-elements for the elemental list that we can curate. So moving to today's video, we have got, we've done obviously air and wind, earth, fire and water. Next up we got darkness. So this should be pretty interesting. So the world of darkness. Now let's turn that off. Now what to use for the world of darkness? Well, it's got to be someone with a thick atmosphere. So it's definitely going to have to be a Venus sort of like world, I reckon. Now what sort of template? You know, I can probably just use a whole new world for this actually. Or do I use anything that's modded? Actually, no, maybe worth actually using something with some cool clouds actually to worth using here. So I'm going to try this world here. This one's got one of those crazy atmospheres. I'm just going to place it there. I want to see if we can sort of customize this to have a different colour at all. Can we actually do anything with this? Nah, it ruins it. Okay, never mind. Alright. Yeah, those glitched atmospheres, they are a bit weird to work with. Right. Castor Wolf could be interesting. How about that? What if I use that? How does this one look? Oh. Okay. So it still has the clouds underneath it. It doesn't look the same as it used to though. It's definitely had some changes over the game's updates. But yeah, this is looking quite good actually. So what I want to do here is the clouds. Instead of being green, the world of darkness obviously needs to be very dark. So what we need to do here is turn this down. Whoa! Where's that? What's creating that blue haze? Is that water? Oh, it is water. Okay. Well, we don't want that. Let's just remove that. The gas dwarf won't contain any water. So, alright. So that's looking pretty dark. So if we look underneath, it's just a sort of dark, spooky red surface underneath those. Look at the clouds. I mean, they're completely darkened out. Let's have a look. So Fluffy, can we go with some more interest? Storm. I mean, I don't think that really does too much, but oh no, it has changed actually. Never mind. So they're just very, very thick clouds. So that's 1,000. So you can see, yeah, that's again being changed in the game files. Looking very nice indeed. So if we just have a look at it here, so you should be able to see the storm clouds a bit. Yeah, okay. And then also the atmosphere on top. So I'm going to turn that all the way down, and the opacity. Very forth. We don't want it being too thick because that's just ridiculously. Whoa, that's a very dark atmosphere, isn't it? Right. So this also needs to be down so we can actually see underneath the clouds. But I don't want the ray light thing being too high either. Something like that's looking quite good actually. And then the clouds actually opacity. Now, what do you think of that? So the surface is visible. Obviously, we can fully block it up, but I mean, you could have. Oh, yeah. So you do want a bit of that showing, I'd say. But again, I think underneath the surface needs to be evil. Yeah, let's have it as like a frozen. Oh, okay, that's looking better actually. Let's just do that. Then put the coverage all the way on. So what's creating that red effect then? Interesting. Well, either way, it does actually look pretty cool. So, yeah, clouds. Again, we'll just have those really, really thick. Oh, that does look quite cool, actually. So the world of darkness has this faint sort of ring around. Oh. So what is causing that? That is weird. So it's not the atmosphere. It's whatever's under... So what is causing that to be so reflective? I mean, it's not containing any water. I guess it's just because it's a modded object. I mean, there's something in there that's making it do that. So, pretty cool. So, there you go. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm too keen on the glow, though. I mean, it would look cool for another world, but the world of darkness shouldn't really have a white glow around it, so... Yeah, that kind of bothers me a bit, actually. I think what I can do is just... if I add water, will that get rid of that? Makes it blue. That's so strange. Then what if I... Ah, okay, so just dim it down. So, dark, blacked out water. So that is really weird. What curates that haze? I mean, it does look really cool. Remember the world of darkness. Let's have like a really dark red to it. Like really dark red water on it. I do quite like that, actually. That does look quite good. I mean, that does look really cool as well, though. I mean, I really do like that, but I don't know if it really represents the darkness theme the best. That's the problem. I mean, the atmosphere is fully blacked out, so I mean, maybe if we can thicken the atmosphere a bit, just to faint that out. And then the clouds are already pretty thick. Whoa, yeah. Oh. That's 100 and 100 there, and the red glow is still there. That is weird. But again, I think the world of darkness should be a very, very dark colour. So it should be more like that. I'm kind of hard figuring this out. You know, I want it to look good. I'm not buying the water, I have to say. I don't think that really looks right. But again, what is causing this haze? That's what I want to know. What is that? That is strange. That is so weird. I mean, that does actually look really cool without the... What is that haze? Oh, come on. I don't like that there. I really don't... What is that? What is that all about? What is causing that? I mean, what if I quickly... Would that reset it? I mean, maybe that would reset it. I think that may break the cloud. No, the clouds are still functional. Okay, so I think that's... And that's a white haze instead of a red head. That is weird. So what is that all about? So I've removed the hydrogen completely. So what is causing that surface? I mean, the base colour's down here. Maybe we could just have it as a texture. Map, yeah. Whoa. So we could just have a custom texture underneath. Like, what if we go with something pretty... I mean, the surface doesn't really need to matter because it's not really going to be visible anyway, but I guess we could go with something fairly interesting, so... What about, Callisto? I mean, it doesn't have to, like I said, it doesn't have to be anything, like, fancy, so... I think Iapetus, they go with the really dark patches on it. Yeah, we'll roll with that. Blacked out vegetation. That's a bit... Nah, no way. We could have frozen water. Ooh. Alright, fine. Okay, right. And then atmosphere, clouds. There you go. So you can see there's a bit of the haze there, but no, I think you can just about get away with that. Oh, I broke the coverage. Whoopsie. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, I can't undo it. Oh, I've broken it. Oh, no, will that work? I accidentally moved this one instead of this one. Oh, no. Well, okay, right, we know what we're doing now. So we'll go with the gas dwarf again. Let's place that back there it was. Doesn't really matter because it's going to be frozen up anyway. Right, so what we need to do is straight under here, atmosphere clouds off. So there's that cool glow again. Wait, what is this? That's the water, isn't it? Yeah, oh, wow. And if I put the atmosphere clouds back on, blacked out atmosphere, blacked out clouds. Then turn the rays down. Oh, so this time the glow isn't even there. Oh, that's so weird. And then down here we want the coverage down a bit. An atmosphere opacity all the way. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is really dark now. Again, that red glow is strange, isn't it? What is that? Really, really bizarre stuff. Okay, so base colour, we want a map. Oh, so that really changes things. Callisto. So again, that red glow is there. What is that all about? That's so weird. So all we need to do is simply just do this. Put it back to a normal texture. There you go. So that will break that weird glow thing. So now if we look underneath, put iapetus on, there we go, that's what we wanted. And then simply just do the finishing touches. So, clouds and atmosphere. So, want that off. Thicken the atmosphere. And then down here, the clouds, we just need to simply put the opacity up. And then just sort of figure out roughly where we want it. See, that's the world of darkness there. So you can just about see the surface underneath there, which is pretty cool. And just maybe brighten the cloud colour a bit. So Fluffy wants storm, and that's storm. Opacity, just try and get the opacity. I don't want it at 100, just high 90, 97. There you go. Let's try that. So the world of darkness. I mean, it's not going to be the most appealing to look at anyway, so we'll roll with that. I think that's enough because we're kind of putting a lot of time into the most boring one of them all, probably. So yeah, not preferable, but I mean, we like to show you the whole process of building these, so that is what we do. But again, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It has to be the darkened out shade, I think. Maybe just lower the opacity a bit just so you can see the... But again, the clouds are so dark as well, so really is a strange world that is. You can see, yeah, you can see its surface just about, but yeah, it's a very mysterious world. So the world of darkness, there you go, everybody. So, darkness. And then down here, I think the interface needs to be a sort of dark colour. There you go. Right, so, moving back to the system now. So next up, we've got electricity or lightning. Interesting. So how do we convey that in the theme of a planet? Now, that's going to be... Electricity or lightning? So I'm just reading at a list of all the elemental things here. So electricity, we need some sort of world with a glowing effect to it. And I think I've got just the one actually. Now we used it in a recent system. Let me just see if I can find it. Where is it? Where are we? A lot of them to dig through. We used it in the recent birth to death system. It was the one with the glow. There it is. I want to try that. So here it is. So I think this represents probably electricity quite well. I mean, look, it's got the electric blue for... Yeah, definitely. So the world it represents electricity / lightning. So just actually, I've got the name copied. I'll put it in there. So there it is. How do we customize this out? So... I mean, I really do like that, and it's a mystery what actually creates this effect as well. I actually don't have a clue because there's no water. This world doesn't contain water, so I don't know what causes that. But either way, it is awesome. So vegetation, no, definitely not. It's definitely electric blue city lights. Yeah, I do like that. That's cool. Right, does that look electric or what? Right now, atmosphere. So opacity up. I mean, it's got to be an electric sort of blue to it, really. I mean, surely. Electric blue, I don't want it being too thick, but we want it to still have its nice sort of blue phase to it, so something like that. And then clouds. Now, how do we convey... I want to try and involve lightning in it as well, but electricity, I mean, kind of the same thing in a way, so lightning is a sort of a form of it, so storm... I do like the storm clouds. Coverage. The world of electricity, everybody. What do you think of that? Ooh, yes. No, definitely not. I was trying to think of like yellow as a lightning sort of colour. No. I think the blue, just the blue theme is the way to go with this boy. I mean, that is looking pretty darn cool. And then is there any way we can change that surface colour? Now this could, I don't know, base colour. Is this going to muck up our blue? Let's see. No, it doesn't. Okay. So, is there anything we could sort of do to... Oh, yes. Now, okay, so it's the low colour. Okay, okay, right. We've broken it! You're right. So, okay, so we know what we need to do. So, So that's the thing when you experiment with modded planets. You know, you got to be careful what settings you press because you don't know what you're changing. Right, so we know that it is the bottom colour on the base colour. We cannot change this value here. So it must have some really high or some really strange colour code in it to make it do that. So we can't change that. But I think if we do this and this, I think that looks pretty electric. It's probably the right way to put it. So we'll roll with that. What's that weird white line there? Can we get rid of that? Is that anything to do with water or... Well, whatever that did, that fixed it, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm not thinking... Nah, I don't want water, really. Oh, no. No way. Yeah, definitely not. No, definitely no water in this guy. So, right, okay. So, atmosphere, we wanted out. Also electric blue. There you go. Looking pretty good already. Turn that down. There you go. Oh, that does look so good. I really like this. We want the electric blue city lights to go with it as well. Thank you. That's looking so cool. And then the clouds. Last thing we need to do. Yep. Storm and storm. All the way. Pasty up. Do we want them at max thickness or... Again, electric blue all in there as well. Maybe pale them out a bit. Oh, that looks so good. I love that. Oh, what a planet that is. So the world of electricity and lightning. Let's make it big. Radius of Earth. Let's make it a super Earth. Let's go 2.4 Earth masses. Oh, yeah. There you go. Now look how cool it looks. It looks so good. I love it. That's fantastic. What a world that is. That is so cool. It's the world of electricity. So some glowing electric stuff there. Electrical currents. Very strange world indeed. But there it is. The world of electricity and lightning. So it's orbiting a little further out than our inner four worlds. So, pretty cool. So how far away is this actually? We can probably divide the planet. So that takes 2 years. Maybe a little further. World of darkness. I think that should really be at least Uranus distance from the sun there. Or maybe a little closer. I'll have it roughly around Saturn odd distance somewhere there. Electricity and lightning. Let's have this as our sort of Jupiter. Let's have that around 5 around 4 AU out. Yep. The air and wind planet. I think we can probably... This doesn't have any water, does it? No. Okay, yeah, so we can probably have them further out as well. It doesn't need to be hot. So, somewhere there. I think that's looking pretty nice. So there you go. That's what we have now. So we've got a more divided lineup, and then everything in the inner system. I mean, that's more like it. So Earth and the dust, or Earth and dirt. Sorry, the fire world. Oh, that's such. I love that. That is such a cool looking one as well. 408 degrees there. Absolute monstrous world. Of the world of water. Pretty self-explanatory. Nice and calm. Nice oceans there. Blue. Air and wind. The electricity world, and then the darkness, which is completely dark. And again, I'm not convinced on this. I liked it to have somewhat visible. So maybe it just needs a little brighter, the clouds? I'm struggling with this. Because it's either too thick or too thin. It's just finding the balance, isn't it? So... Maybe the atmosphere just needs to be thicker on top of the white clouds, maybe? Is this how it has a little more to look at? Definitely none of that. But the atmosphere... I mean, world of darkness, I mean... See that? It's just crazy dark, isn't it? Oh. But then if you have a dark cloud, you kind of need an atmosphere to sort of show the cloud. So maybe we just have a really thin white atmosphere to sort of go with it. I mean, it's a strange world. It's a very strange world. But then we could have the clouds at maximum thickness if we did that. Have a whiter atmosphere. So if I just put that to max, then atmosphere, yeah, we could in theory have this. I mean, the clouds even visible there though? I mean, that's the problem there. If they're completely darkened out, you can't really see the texture too well. It's a tough one, really. I'm not convinced with this. I mean, no atmosphere at all, you get that. I mean, maybe no atmosphere at all. Then you can see just the pure clouds. So you know what? Yeah, I kind of dig that. Or maybe just a very, very thin, like just literally like a 0.1. Just so it has something. I don't want no, don't do that. But something really, really thin, like that. Okay, and then the clouds are a little more. Yeah, yeah. But then maybe the darkness can represent the distance, so maybe we just boost it further from the sun as well. You know what? Yeah, we'll roll with that, because I mean, either way, it's going to be dark underneath those clouds anyway on the surface. So there you go. That's darkness. I'm pretty happy with the way that is. Let's also throw a save in as well. There you go. Excellent. I'm happy with the way this is progressing, actually. This is coming along really nicely. So we've done that. Next up, we got the world of energy. So just pure energy. So you've had electricity and lightning, but now we just want raw energy. So how the heck do we do this? Energy. I don't really want to use the same template twice. So how do we get around this? Now I'm thinking a world glowing yellow. Or like orangey yellow. So what if we try? Now I'm thinking, we could try LP12. This is a popular one I like to use. I want to see how this comes out. So if you look underneath, look, this thing is wild. Look, it's just absolutely insane. This world has changed so many times through the game updating. It's lost its original look completely. I think the picture still has its original look, actually. Where is LP12? I don't know, actually. No, I don't think it is. I think it has lost its original picture. So with LP12, now this is just a crazy world in general, but that is why I want to use it, is because of that. Because that's awesome. No, it's just about... Do I want the atmosphere? You know, I kind of like that, though. It looks so good. I can change... No, I can't do that. I mean, the world of energy. It's the glow underneath it is the real colour to it. You know, it's just it's got a high reflective contrast to it. So, okay, right. So we can't change the atmosphere colour, so that's locked in. No, LP. There you go. There it is. Right. So try again. Okay, so atmosphere cannot be changed colour-wise, so we need to find a way to get that to cover. You know, that does look really cool. I do like that, but it's just the... Actually, no, the ray light actually can make it look more white in colour, almost. Maybe the world of energy just has a pink atmosphere to it. I mean, ooh. So what colour do we want underneath her? So the clouds don't really matter, because I mean they're barely there anyway. Look, they're double thick. We can turn that all the way up. That's the clouds. But I mean, underneath all that, I mean, that's what you get. So we can't change, because this is tinted yellow as well. It has a very, very high tint to it. So we can't really do too much to this. So if we change the colours, it doesn't really do anything, as you can see. Like that, literally, you can see it changes a few little effects, but I mean, it really doesn't do too much for it. I mean, high elevation. So look, it's not doing nothing because of the sky, because it's just so reflective. So you're kind of stuck with the base colour of yellow. So look, it literally does nothing here. You can change all these colours all you want all day. You're not going to get any sort of visual change hardly out of this guy. So the one way you can do it is by adding a bit of water, I think, to flood it. But even then, it still doesn't do... so there you go. So underneath... It's actually the water that gives it the yellow shade, actually. The throat is ice with a yellow tint on it. So, for instance, so there's a surface underneath there. So, yeah, we need those city lights. Actually, removing the water is a good thing. So now I think we should be able to get... You see, look, it's still tinted yellow. So yellow's still the dominant colour. But we can sort of work with what we want. But I think the yellow is really the way to go with energy. I mean, you can make it all white, because that would just have the yellow tint at maximum brightness. So, I mean, it does look absolutely bonkers. Maybe a bit of blue mix in there. I mean, that makes green though, obviously, with the yellow tint, so it's not really doable. I mean, the world of energy. I mean, maybe some dark in it. Ooh. No, I'm not buying it. I like that more. And then, no, that's. Or maybe the energy. Oh, actually, I do quite like that. So that's that. Okay, with middle and then high. What's high? Okay, so just the low elevation. Maybe that's the energy pouring out the surface of the planet there. That looks quite good, actually. Then obviously with the ridiculous atmosphere on top. There's your clouds and there's your atmosphere. Does that represent energy? No, I don't think the surface glow has enough kick to it like this though, unfortunately. I think we need a bit more glow to it. I think the atmosphere needs to fade down. We need less atmosphere. But not like that, but definitely less. Oh. Okay, let's try just a tiny bit. That's 2%. And then darken these down. Oh, is that gonna? I do want the atmosphere on it, but you can see the energy sort of glowing out. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Now, do we keep the clouds, or do we have no clouds? The world of energy. I don't know if I'm buying the pink anymore though. Maybe it doesn't need an atmosphere. Maybe the energy's just. Maybe it's just raw energy just glowing out the heart of this planet. It does look really cool with the glow in there. I mean, look at the city lights added to it as well. Just really put the topping on it, but I don't know. I think the atmosphere is almost ruining it. To be honest, actually, I mean, as much as I want to keep that, I don't think it's doing it really any favours. I think that looks better just without the atmosphere. You can have a bit of clouds maybe, but what colour? Try and match the glow a bit, maybe. The world of energy. How's that looking? I really like that glowing area. That is so cool. Maybe wispy flying around. Wispy? Yeah? Does that look like raw energy to you guys? I mean, let me know. What do you think? I mean, it's. How do you interpret the word energy? I mean, I think the yellow is just the greatest. The gold, the shiny greatness. I mean, that dark red's a bit pesky, because obviously the yellow tint on it does hurt. That's too much. I mean, I could try. No, it has an orange look to it. Maybe just try and thin that out a bit. No, I don't like it. You know, it needs to be that. I think that is the best way. What about without the clouds? I mean, do we just have the raw energy just glowing out there? I mean, it looks so good. You know, I'm kind of digging without the clouds. I mean, maybe just tiny pockets of clouds rather than, yeah, maximum coverage. Maybe the storms, like the storm clouds, that look best. They're just very, very light. And they're not covering much of the area. But I think that represents the word energy quite well. Without tilting on its side, so you constantly get the glow to it. Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, that looks like good. I just want it so the glow is in the permanent brightness of the sun. The city lights have a nice coverage as well, actually, which is pretty cool. Let's just rotate it, speed up time a bit. So how does that look? Is that enough? I mean, the glow at the top does look pretty darn cool as well. So I really like that crack there, showing the energy like spouting out. That's really cool. I think that needs to be in the light as well. I don't know, honestly. I'm struggling. I flipped it upside down this time. Ooh. I think that does look pretty awesome, though. mean, maybe if we heated it up, maybe we've had some glowing. Maybe we're actually trying to heat it up. I want to see how that looks. So atmosphere. I just want to give it a stupid amount of layers. Lower that. Let's turn this up to just stupid numbers. I want to see this warm up. 0 degrees. Time increase. I want to see what this looks like if it's like 500 degrees. How does that look? Yeah, okay. Does the energy look... Does it look better? Oh, that does... That... Oh, I do quite like that. I think just a little less temperature. But... Because the yellow glow's kind of been ruined a bit. But that is looking fantastic. I mean, does that... You know, would you interpret that as just energy? I mean, it does look good. Yeah, I do think a little less than the layers. Let's lower that. Okay, let's see where we end up. It's still in the 600s, okay. Lower it down, halve it. I think just a few glowing areas. Lower again. Okay, how about that? How does that look? No, I think it's still a little too much. I wish you could change the colour of the glow. The lava glow. That would be awesome. I wish you could change this colour. There's an empty area on the menu here. Put a colour there. Come on. Glowing green or yellow lava would look really cool. But then again, that does kind of ruin it. Unless you just have it like ridiculously hot. I mean, let's just have a little look at the... So that's just mad. I mean, maybe just a full-on glow to it. I mean, is that... That's crazy. But no, I like to have the glow, though. That's the problem. I really do like the glow. I think that looks really cool. Like, you can just see the energy underneath the surface. Yeah, that's a tough one, really. I mean, I really do like that, having the hot glow. But I mean, that would work well for the world of fire. But we already have the world of fire, so there you go. No, I do think that looks best. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. The world of energy. But we can always go back if you guys think it needs a little changing. But yeah, does that represent energy well? I mean, I think it's pretty cool seeing the glow come out the surface. I think that represents energy. You can just see pure energy here. I mean, how do you interpret energy? Is kind of the question. But you know, I do think that looks pretty awesome with the city lights there as well. So I'm gonna roll with that. I'm happy with that for now. There you go. So it's quite close to the star as well, actually. So the world of energy near the world of fire. Okay, so next up we have got the world of ice, just pure ice. So this will be a nice one, nice easy one to do as well. So we need something nice and cold. So what are we thinking here? Could use one of the crazy cloud. You know, I love these worlds. Whereabouts do I want him though? The world of ice. Let's have it quite far out. Not as far as the world of darkness, but let's have it a little further there. Okay, so here it is. And it's already pretty built up for us. It already has all the ice on it, by the looks of things. Let's have a little look. So there it is. Yeah, we'll fill it up with a lot of frozen stuff. There you are. Okay, if we look underneath, it should actually already have a texture as well. Ice water. Ah, that was vegetation. Okay, so that's what it looks like underneath. So vegetation is white. So ice, water. So yeah, I want it pretty frozen. So let's melt it or settle the water, freeze it, and then just lower it down a bit. I want a bit of surface shown. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So settle, melt, and freeze. Yeah. Okay. And we have the colours, we can edit these anyway, so I do quite like the ice blue, actually. No, we're going to roll with that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Let's go. That looks great. Maybe a few different shades of blue sort of mixed in there as well. No, I like that as more of the... Okay, city lights. Water. I mean, there's no water here anyway. It's the ice we want to change. That's the golden ticket with this one. So a very faint light blue. There you are. Okay, snow. Snow and ice together. Fine, why not? World of blue snow. There you are. It's quite simple. There's the atmosphere, there's the clouds. Atmosphere, I mean the world of ice. I think white is the colour for you there. So there you are. And then the clouds. I mean, nice light blue. Obviously you can't go really insane because you get something just... Ooh. So, just find the nice sort of mix in there. That's a little too much. It needs to be more pale a shade. Darken it down a bit. There you go. And then clouds. I mean, turbulent and storm. That's not, I think, wispy, cloudy. Just wispy cold. Maybe a thicker layer on top. Thick and wispy. Thick streaks and streaks. No way. Thin, no. Sparse, no. Turbulence. Maybe turbulent ice. Icy weather. Because then we can sort of turn it up a bit. A bit more intensity of the colour there. But that's the world of ice, everybody. Nice and simple. Looking good underneath. Yeah, I like that. It's just nice and simple. You know, just frozen looking, cold. I mean, can't go wrong there. Yeah, that's looking good. So all icy colours as well underneath. What do you think of that? I mean, the dominant colour's the snow, isn't it? Yeah, that's the most noticeable colour underneath. So there you go. It's a little more of a bluer blue. Icy clouds. Does that look cold? Oof. It's definitely going to be cold, though, that's for sure. Oh, there you go. Hey, maximum icy frozenness. That does look cool. So the world of ice. Let's have it as quite a large world. 4 radius of Earth. Pretty big. It's giant super Earth in the edges of the system. It's very, very cold there. So there's the world of ice, everyone. There you go. Okay. So that's pretty far out as well. So that is 20 years, so around Uranus, I know, more of a Saturn orbit, I should say. I was looking at the AU. So this one is roughly Saturn distance. So maybe the world of darkness needs to go a little further out to more of a Uranus-like orbit. So somewhere around there. So pushing them out a bit. So let's just look at our lineup now. So this is our lineup. So here we go. So the elemental worlds. Here you go. So the world of ice is the biggest. Here you go. Maybe the world of darkness needs to be quite a larger world as well. See, in the light of the star, it doesn't look as good. It needs to be in the dark areas to be the best. So somewhere there. The world of energy. I think that should be a little bigger. Maybe it needs to be the biggest. The world of energy. Yeah, I think of that. It's the world of fire. Quite a small fireball. The wind, the water. Maybe. No, I'm gonna lower that down. The world of dark. Maybe the world of darkness needs to be a small world. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the darkness as the smallest. I think the world of ice needs to be a little smaller. So I don't want them anything being ridiculously larger than everything else. No, they still all need to be roughly in the same sort of size area. So go the air and wind a little bigger. I want to be somewhat unique. The world of fire. be a little bigger for you, actually. I think fire and water should be polar opposites. So I think they need to be very similar sized. So kind of like an Earth and Venus sort of look we got going on here. The world of electricity, a little bigger. There you go. Cool. Right. Just a little resize of the planets. Okay, so let's go for a save. Put those all in there. Looking good. Okay. Right. So, I think we'll finish up today's episode there, guys. There's still 2 more to do. We've got the world of light and the world of weather. World of weather could be an interesting one, but there we are. So if anyone's got any other ones we could add to the elemental list. So yeah, all I've got left to do is light and weather. But if anyone has got anything else at all, please let me know. If there's any more I've missed or you think should be added, please let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode, guys, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more as well. Help us on the journey to 30,000 subscribers, as it really, really means the world. And I really appreciate all your support, as it is absolutely amazing. And yeah, guys, make sure you guys all take care out there, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.